You should just do this for me.
Yo, what it do, motherfuckers? I mean, what's up, loves?
Wait, come here and do that. Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my second New Year's Eve look. The last one was a purpley pink look, which was really fun and girly. This one is still kind of colorful, but in a little bit more subtle of a way. We have a metallic dusty rose foiled shadow on the lid, and then it's paired with a really nice like matte khaki green in the crease, which now that I think about it have been like my two favorite colors all year. So ring in the new year with your two favorite colors from the old year. But yeah, obviously it's a New Year's Eve look, so you have to incorporate glitter somehow. So we have it all over the lid, and then we did a nice dramatic winged liner with some nice full lashes, a smoky bottom lash line, basically the entire shebang. Even our highlight today is Pretty Glittery, which is this new Urban Decay Naked Illuminated palette, which I'm really digging. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the look. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into the makeup tutorial. Hey guys, so today we're going to start off with the eyes. I'm going to start off with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm just going to put this all over the lid with my finger just to prep and prime for eyeshadow. This is going to make everything show up a lot nicer and also last all night long. So slap that on your eyes, and then we're going to start off with Beaches and Cream eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. Oh, I forgot to mention we're using mostly Makeup Geek eyeshadows in this look. Beaches and Cream on an E40 brush, and we're going to blend this all over the very top of the crease line. This is just going to help the transition from the darker shades in the crease up to the brow bone, and it's going to help everything blend a lot easier. So just buff that in the crease. Then we're going to take Preppy with this Morphe brush. I forget the names of them because they're new to me, but it's kind of like an E25 but fatter, and I'm obsessed with it. So you're going to take Preppy, which is like kind of a mustardy, almost olivey brown shade, and I'm going to put this a little bit lower in the crease. This is another earth tone that's going to help the greens blend, so you do want to add that because it's going to help the blending process a lot. Then I'm going to take another Morphe brush with the shade Dirty Martini from Makeup Geek. This is like a really just a dirty martini color, like an olive color. And we're going to put this in the crease and blend it out into Preppy, and make sure it's more intense in the crease but blown out when you get to the top line. And then we're going to go in with Enchanted Forest, which is this gorgeous forest green color, and I'm going to take it on this, I forget the name of this brush, but it's one from Sigma. It's a newer one. And we're going to put this directly into the crease and really build up the intensity of it. With this brush, you really just want to focus on making sure it's blended into Preppy and Dirty Martini. And then we're going to take the smaller like pencil-y brush from Morphe and further define the crease. So you want to add more so that it's a lot more intense, the color payoff directly in the crease. But because we blended it before, it is going to still have that really nice blend. Then I'm going to go in with Painterly again, just on a flat shader brush. This is like a flat liner brush, and I'm just going to go over the lid. Because we're using that dark green, the foiled shadow might not show up as well, so I just wanted to clean it up to make sure it was going to show up really nice and bright. And then this is Stila's Magnificent Metals foiled eyeshadow in the shade Metallic Dusty Rose, and it's so gorgeous. It's showing up a lot more silver on camera than it was in person. It's more of a dusty rose in person, but you want to pat it on the lid, and then if you go over, I just use my finger for this because I think it works the best, but I like to go over and like rub it back and forth because it really like adheres the pearls to your eye, and it makes them show up a lot more metallic rather than chunky. And then after I did that, I took Enchanted Forest again and just built it up in the crease because after all that blending, I don't know, I just wanted it to be a lot more green and intense because this is a New Year's Eve look. So I just went back in with a little more of the product directly in the crease, and it really defined it as well. So you can choose to do that whether you want to or not. And then I just went back in with one of those blending brushes and made sure all of the edges were blended because these are very dark and very bright colors. So you just want to make sure everything looks nice and seamless. And then I'm going to go in with the NYC liquid eyeliner in black and just give myself a nice wing. Of course, you can decide how dramatic or how thin you want this, but I feel like doing a winged liner with this look is necessary because it just kind of ties the whole thing together, just makes it look a lot cleaner and more put together. Then I'm just going to apply some mascara to prep for falsies. I don't even remember what mascara this is, but I'm going to use these number 250 Mega Volume lashes from Ardell. These are quickly becoming one of my favorite lashes ever. They are a little bit more expensive. I think they're like $8.50 at Sally's, but they're gorgeous. So I popped those on. Now we're going to move on to the face. I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This is really nice to fill in your pores and just smooth out your skin. I went out of focus for a second. Smooth out your skin for foundation. So I just spreading that all over my face with my fingers. And then for foundation today, we're going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. And I'm actually using the Sigma F80 brush for this foundation today. I haven't used a brush in a while on camera, but in person, like on an everyday basis, I have been using this flat top brush for my foundation lately, and I've been really liking it. It's kind of a lot quicker than using the Beauty Blender. I still love the Beauty Blender to death, but I don't know, I like to switch it up sometimes. So I went ahead and used this brush for this. And then for concealer, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream under my eyes, and then also to highlight my face because this shade is a lot lighter than I am. So you can also use it to highlight. Just don't use it on any blemishes because obviously it's just going to highlight them, and you don't want that. And then I'm just going to blend it all out with my Beauty Blender because even though I'm using a brush for my foundation, the Beauty Blender is always going to be the best tool to blend out my concealer. I can't ever use a brush to blend out my concealer. And then I'm going to go ahead with my Lash by Black China translucent powder and just go ahead and bake with that damp Beauty Blender. It really melts the powder into the skin and makes it really, really nice. So I'm just going to press that into my skin and then set the rest of my face with this NYX brush and the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in, I think the shade is light medium. I'm not sure what shade I had this time, but just go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to bronze with the NYC Sunny Bronzer and this Sigma powder brush. I actually went in with a bronzer beforehand, but it was way too late and I needed to intensify it. So I just went in with this one, but you're just going to go ahead and bronze. I didn't really contour with this step, just kind of bronze sloppily. And then I did a reverse contour with this Sigma like angled contour brush. And I just went right under where I bronzed to clean it up and make it look a little bit sharper. And then for blush today, I'm using Milani's Baked Blush in, I think this is Berry Amore or something. It's just a really nice like mauve berry color. I think it really goes well with the eyes and the lips. So I just popped that on the cheek with a large angled contour brush from Sigma, which is the best blush brush ever. And then we're going to take this Oasis highlighter shade from that Urban Decay highlighter palette I mentioned in the intro. And I just piled a shit ton of this on. These highlighters from Urban Decay have a lot of chunky glitter in it, so I think it's perfect for New Year's Eve. And I also sprayed my brush with some Fix Plus to foil it because I think it just helps it adhere to the skin a little bit better. But seriously, I put a lot of that shit on. Then I went in with Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek on this exact blend brush just to highlight the brow bone. And then I also popped a little bit of it into the inner corner just to brighten up the eye and catch the light. And then on the lower lash line, I'm taking Preppy with this pointed crease brush and just smudging that all over the lower lash line and making sure to buff it out. The longer you buff this out, the nicer it's going to look. So just take your time with this and blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to take this small shader brush from Sigma and that Dirty Martini color and press it closer to the lower lash line. It doesn't have to be right up against it, but you do want it very close to the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with Enchanted Forest and a flat definer brush, and this is what we're going to place right directly up against those lashes to really define it and to tie it into the top of the eye. So just press that right in, and then I'm going to go in with this Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. This is a brown eyeliner, and I'm just going to put that in the waterline. If you want it to be more intense, you can use a black, but I think with the green eyeshadows, a brown liner just looks good, especially with my brown eyes. And then to finish off the eyes, I just popped a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. I think this is the Urban Decay mascara, yeah. And then for lips, I'm going to be using this NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Vintage. It's kind of like a reddish berry color, but we are going to tone it down with a nude lipstick. But especially when you use a liquid lipstick, which is what we're doing, I like to use a lot darker of a lip liner, especially when I try to get like my little ombre like dimensional lip, which is always because I never really like a flat lip unless it's like a bold color. But we're going to go on top of that with the Kylie liquid lipstick in Cocoa K. Is it? Yeah, I think it's Cocoa K, which is a really pretty like nude pink color. And as you can see, it gives you like a little bit more dimension on that lip because it's so dark. But when you use a full coverage liquid lipstick, you do need to go a lot darker with your lip liner. And then just to finish off the face, I spritzed my whole face with some Fix Plus to set everything in place. And once you do that, the look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you have a very happy, safe, and fun New Year's Eve. I love you all. Thank you for a great 2016, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.